We are back on the Anaiho'omalu field, and I once again wanted to feature and highlight the theme of the mo'o, or the iwikuo mo'o, our ancestral mo'o. And here is a petroglyph of what appears to look like a honu. Like I said, a honu, a mo'o, lizard, gecko, it's one and the same because they're both reptiles. And here you have this honu featured here on this giant star map. And what is the purpose of this turtle or honu being chiseled here on this star map is found here. This is the science that describes what the scientists have named the Little Ghost Nebula. This is actually what happens to a star, a life of a star, when their life is about to exit stage right. This is, you're looking at a star that's about to end its life. And so this is named by the scientists as the Little Ghost Nebula. And you have to imagine that our ancestors were so in tune with their surroundings and the stars that they didn't need a telescope or today's modern technology in order to identify such a phenomenon. And yet here you can see how an ancestor actually chiseled this science to match up with this. This is the Little Ghost Nebula, or the mo'o, our ancestral mo'o. This is an excellent example of tying in these ancient images to the science behind the star map. This is an ancient chiseling of a binary star system. According to the science, and this artist depiction I have here in my book, a binary star system is sister stars that orbit each other. And within this phenomenon, one sister anchors the other. And unlike this artist depiction here of this phenomenon, our ancestors actually included the anchor in this science of the story of the binary star system. And I want to take this opportunity right now to remind everyone out there the significance of this field of 4,000 images, that this is in fact a giant star map, as you can see right here. And one thing about maps is, like I said, you don't want to do anything to disrupt people's maps. Yeah, you don't go to another country and adjust their map. This is a map, and examples like this, you see these broken shells on our petroglyph field. This is a no-no, because this is an act of adjusting our map. And this practice must stop. I'm going to reiterate a story that was told before in one of my earlier video clips. And this was a story about Maui, the legend of Maui and how he lassoed the sun. And here it is. You can clearly see this stick-figured image, this lasso, and here is what is supposed to be the sun. And in the 1800s, a kupuna who was learning how to read and write back then came out here and chiseled the letters pa, P-A, pa. And like I said in the video clip, when you look at that legend of Maui, and he lassoed the sun supposedly off of Alahea Kala, not Halea Kala, Alahea Kala, it's a call to the sun. This is the pa, the stand, the lampstand to the sun. That's why on the other side, we featured the writings Tu E La Pa, lampstand. And here is an example of Tu E La Pa. I'd also like to make reference to all these other images here around this image. And in case you're wondering what all these circles and series of circles mean, this is actually, to break it down, this is what happens in the life of a star, from its beginning to its end. How they eventually turn into nebulas as this star is about to exit stage right. And this is Maui. Remember? You see it lasso the sun? This story is very dear to me because I just had this little one a year ago, and His name is Maka'unui o Maui. People may say it's Makau, but it's not. The kona of his name is Maka'u, because Maka'u is an action that it's an impactful action. It's so surprising, something fishes would feel when they get suddenly hooked by a fish hook. That's Maka'u. And the purpose of Maka'unui o Maui is to flip the poles. Yeah, because it's time. At this time, I'd like to feature this very distinctly red petroglyph. And just to let you know, this red wasn't enhanced by any kind of dyes or paint. This is a natural color of this particular rock. In fact, when it rains, this image actually turns blood red. And what is significant about this particular red petroglyph is this stick figure man is a very, it's not just a star. This is signifying a planet. And out of all the petroglyphs here, this is the only petroglyph man, the significant looking one, that faces the east where the sun rises. And this red petroglyph is actually Mars. Sometimes Mars is known as Aukele Nui Aiku, which is a character we featured before, but sometimes he's also named as Hoku'ula, a red star. But this is Mars. How do I know that this is Mars? Well, my scientific data that's hooked up to the satellite above Hawaii confirms that it is Mars. Also, if you look good at this image, under the stick figure man is what looks like a cap or a helmet under here. And this is symbolic for the caps, the snow caps of Mars. Because if you look at the scientific data, Mars actually has snow caps. And that is the significance of this helmet or cap looking figure here designed under this petroglyph man. So this is Mars.